Have you ever wondered why Nintendo chose red as their brand colour?
Xbox is green.
PlayStation is blue.
And Nintendo is red. It is the way of things.
My arse is red as well.
But why is Nintendo the red one?
Has it always been red?
Have they ever stopped using red?
Is it the same reason Mario uses red in his design?
What significance does the colour red have in Japanese culture?
And does it have anything to do with the Japanese Communist Party?
No!
It may surprise you to learn that Nintendo's flirtation with this beautiful colour dates back over 135 years.
That's well over a decade before radio was invented.
And around 2,500 years after the crossbow.
Nothing springs to mind quite so vividly as hex code E60012 when you think of Nintendo.
That's this.
I've pored over every source I can find, and in this video, I'm going to reveal how this world-famous scarlet colour came to be.
There's actually more than one reason.
I'm dizzy with anticipation.
Don't you start. So, if you love Nintendo as much as we do,
You're in the right place.
This is Nintendo's current logo.
They've been using this particular red configuration since 2016.
The decade prior to this bold colour rebrand was dominated by the Wii and DS range of consoles. It was likely a grey or white version you'd see on various packaging.
It looks like the logo is ill.
As we go back in time through the various iterations, you'll notice the colour red and black keep making an appearance.
Wow, these look really shit.
Hey, eventually, we arrive at the very first Nintendo logo from 1889. It was used for over 60 years. Notice anything?
Yeah, it's got blue on it.
No! Well, yes, but it's got red on it.
Fasagio Yamauchi opened a Hanafuda shop in the Kyoto back street in September 1889.
Is that his bike outside?
It probably was, actually.
He called the shop Nintendo Koppai, Koppai meaning cards in English. Hanafuda are a type of Japanese playing card. Traditionally, each suit is designated a type of flower as its design, representing months of the year.
You can play this game as part of the 51 worldwide games on Nintendo Switch. It's a great way to learn about this historic Japanese card game. But do you notice anything about the design of the cards?
Yes, they're giving me a migraine.
The reverse of Hanafuda cards are traditionally either red or black. The designs on the front tend to make heavy use of black, red and white too.
This is almost certainly why Nintendo bore red and black on their logos for the decades that follow.
Interesting. Are we done? Can I go? Good.
Hold on, not so fast. The colour red is actually very important in Japanese culture.
No shit.
Red signifies good luck and joy, a colour for times of celebration and happiness, at festivals and in fashion. It's adorned on temples and structures all over Japan.
This makes it perfect for the kind of branding associated with the beautiful handcrafted Hanafuda cards.
If red is so great, why is Nintendo's next logo black then?
Nintendo spent the decades that followed experimenting with various logos. Some are better than others, but they all bore either red or black as their main brand colours.
Nintendo moved away from Hanafuda cards in the 1960s as they fell out of favour. Nintendo was now a toy maker. And you don't have to spend a lot of time with children's toys to conclude that red is the perfect colour for Nintendo to continue using, as opposed to black anyway.
Genius. So where does Mario come into all this?
Would you like the short answer or the long answer?
I was hoping you could keep it to a single word.
A single word? What word could that possibly be?
I mean, I don't really care about any of this. I'm feigning enthusiasm because I can't be doing with you bitching at me.
Mario's original depiction as Jumpman in the 1981 arcade classic Donkey Kong features him with red overalls and a red cap.
If you want the short answer, there's no definitive reason as to why Mario is red.
That was still too long and disappointing.
It's likely a combination of being a stark colour easily seen on a CRT arcade screen and a great contrast with blue, Mario's other main colour, making sure there's no circumstance where Mario blends into the scenery, as well as reflecting all the previously mentioned significance that went into Nintendo's core branding.
Superman was red and blue.
That's right, Hal.
Don't patronise me.
No, I mean it. Popular culture bleeds to the four corners of the world.
The psychology of colour places red and blue as heroic and is easily defined for the likes of comic books, television, video games and movies.
Mickey Mouse had red shorts too, or whether he's underpants. Sonic is blue and red, Captain America, Spider-Man, Optimus Prime, Eric Cartman.
Alright, don't spoil it.
In the late 70s and early 80s, Nintendo settled on its famous racetrack logo, a logo it had been using sporadically since its first appearance in 1972.
Although there are still examples of them ditching the oval but keeping the text throughout the 80s.
Like on this little obscurity, for example.
For most people, especially millennials, the most well-known representation of Nintendo will no doubt be the red racetrack logo with white negative space, as seen throughout the SNES, Game Boy, N64, and GameCube eras.
You know something?
What's that, Hell?
I was right.
About what?
About not caring. And I'll tell you something else as well. If Nintendo rebrands with blue or something after we upload this video, my kettle's going to whistle. Then you'll be seeing a lot more red everywhere.